Hi everybody, this is TheWhisperCorner. So, in this little series of videos, I'm looking at a set of league ladders. This was an item that I used when I was a child. This is a more up-to-date version bought on eBay just for the purpose of nostalgia and making these videos. So basically what happened was every summer before the season started you would get the league table, and then over the period of weeks you'd get the tabs, which came like this for all the different teams. And then the idea was during the season, depending upon the games and how the teams did, you would move them up and down. I don't think I ever lasted past February, September, maybe October. So in this video we're starting League 1. So the teams of League 1 this year are, now these are in alphabetical order, and you might say, if they're in alphabetical order, why is a team with W the second? That's because Wimbledon are AFC Wimbledon, but they'll always just be Wimbledon, the proper Wimbledon. So we start with Accrington Stanley, and their ground is the Crown Ground in Accrington. So let's put this in here. Okay, so next up we have AFC Wimbledon, who are having a very rough season. They just about stayed up last year, but it's looking very bad this season. And good start. I've already forgotten to do the ground. Wimbledon is Kings Meadow at Kingston upon Thames. In my day it was Plough Lane. Wimbledon's biggest achievement was beating Liverpool in the FA Cup final in 1988. So next up we have Barnsley, and their ground is Oakwell in Barnsley. I was thinking of doing a video where I would have a map of England and Wales and pointing out where all these teams are on a map. And next up we have Blackpool, who only a few years ago were in the Premier League, being very badly run. So we have Blackpool, and their ground is Bloomfield Road in Blackpool. So that's Blackpool. Next up we have Bradford City, City's ground is Valley Parade in Bradford. Next up we have Bristol Rovers. Their ground is the Memorial Stadium in Bristol. So, moving on to the next row, the first team is Burton, who got to the semi-finals of the League Cup this year, where unfortunately for them they played Man City. And Burton's ground is the Pirelli Stadium in Burton upon Trent. Right, that's Burton. Next up we have Charlton Athletic. Charlton's ground is, it's not going to focus, it's the Valley in London. Next up we have Coventry City. It's been a long time since Coventry went out to the Premier League. So Coventry's ground is the Ricoh Arena in Coventry. Next up we have Doncaster Rovers, and their stadium is the Keepmoat Stadium in Doncaster. Sort of knocking the other tabs about. Next up we have Fleetwood. When I was young, this wouldn't have been a team that I would have heard of. And their rise to the Football League has only been within the last few years. So their stadium is Highbury Stadium in Fleetwood. So next up we have Gillingham. So we have Gillingham, and their ground is Priestfield Stadium in Gillingham. I think they're called the Gills, but I think the team's pronounced Gillingham. Is it Gillingham or Gillingham? Pretty sure it's Gillingham. Okay, so we're halfway through. We have Accrington Stanley, AFC Wimbledon, Barnsley, Blackpool, Bradford City, Bristol Rovers, Burton Albion, Charlton Athletic, Coventry City, Doncaster Rovers, Fleetwood Town, I think, and Gillingham. Next up we have Luton Town, and their ground is Kenilworth Road. I was going to say there, back whenever they were in the Premier League, I don't think they've ever been in the Premier League, but back when they were in the First Division so it's nice to see it still is. I remember as a boy, they were famous for having an artificial pitch. People didn't like going to Lytton. Next up we have Oxford. It's kind of unusual. No M's or N's. Okay, so Oxford United play in the Kassam Stadium in Oxford. You'll see them in a later video. I'm going to do a video of what the top flight was whenever I first got interested in football. In 87, 88, Oxford were in the top flight. So next up we have Peterborough, and their ground is the ABAX Stadium, ABAX in Peterborough. That's Peterborough. Next up we have Plymouth Argyle. One of the, I was going to say few, but so far seems to be the only team to have a green logo. So that's Plymouth, and their ground is Home Park in Plymouth. Well, Norwich is green and yellow. Okay, so that's Plymouth. Next up we have Portsmouth, who maybe 8-9 years ago was the top flight team, won the FA Cup. Then it all went wrong. So Plymouth's ground is Fratton Park in Portsmouth. I just said Plymouth there, but Portsmouth. Two mouths in a row. Next up we have Rochdale. I think it's Rochdale United. So Rochdale, their ground is Spotland in Rochdale. Okay, and come on to the final row. We have Scunthorpe United, and their ground is Glanford Park in Scunthorpe. Okay, so that's Scunthorpe. Next up we have Shrewsbury Town, and their ground is New Meadow in Shrewsbury. So that's Shrewsbury. Next up we have Southend United, I'm pretty sure. So Southend, and their ground is Roots Hall in Southend on Sea. That's Southend. And then we have Sunderland, who are going through a bit of a bad couple of years. 2 relegations in a row. And their ground is the Stadium of Light in Sunderland. Hopefully they'll get back up this year. They're actually the team that my dad supports, because they were good back in the 40s and 50s. Okay, next up we have Walsall. Walsall, whose ground is the Bestcott Stadium in Walsall. nice to see that the camera finally focuses properly when there's only 2 left. Okay, and then finally we have Wycombe Wanderers. And their ground is Adams Park in High Wycombe. So there you go. So that's all of League 1 complete. We have Accrington, AFC Wimbledon, Barnsley, Blackpool, Bradford, Breslau Rovers, Burton, Charlton, Coventry, Doncaster, Fleetwood, Gillingham, Luton Town, Oxford, Peterborough, Plymouth, Portsmouth, Rochdale, Scunthorpe, Shrewsbury, Sunderland, Walsall and Wycombe Wanderers. So there you go, folks. Next time I will finish this off by putting in the teams for League 2 and then Scotland. So thanks for watching and cheery bye.